India are all smiles coming into this game. They've already secured their ticket to the promised land. This is effectively preparation for life in greener pastures. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. Well, there was a time when Hungary ruled world football, inspired by the mighty Magyars, a team that went 32 games unbeaten, which was something quite unheard of in those days, and leading their front line was a man known as the Galloping Major.
Ferenc Puskás, a man who boasted a strike rate greater than a goal a game, and this is a career which spanned nigh on 800 games. Incredible, quite incredible.
Absolutely so, described as beyond world class, a player from the land of dreams. What will Hungary's greatest ever magician have up his sleeve today?
Lots.
Messi did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Well, that pass isn't the best. He's a sharp little ball here. Mignon with the clearance. Jeremy Pino. Fernandez is in a really good position out wide. Shot, surely! Well, now it's a race for the ball. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Fernandez! And he can thump it away. And they can counter here. And here's Yamal. Now that looks a decent ball. Yamal. Neither side yet able to find the net. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Oyarzabal. Spread to the right. Camavinga venturing down the left. Valverde. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And he's quick to snatch it back. Valverde. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Camavinga. And it's Valverde. Van Dijk. Oyarzabal going after that. Van Dijk. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Now it's Yamal. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Tries to play it through, and he is... It's a foul, it could be a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. So this to break the deadlock. Oh, the bar! He scores for sure! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
It's in, but only just. The keeper guessed correctly, and a heart-and-mouth moment for the taker.
Barcelona have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And it's played into the middle. Mignon deals with that nice and simple. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. That has not gone well. Knocks it into space. In by Oyarzabal. And that has been cleared. Akanji cuts it out.
Barcelona really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
That's travelling a long way. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Now it's Camavinga. Now that's a lovely exchange. It's a threatening ball. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Now it's Puskás. Yamal. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Caicedo. Now it's Oyarzabal. And he cuts out the supply. All the way back. And he can clear it away. Van Dijk cuts out the pass. Van Dijk makes a move down the right. Great vision. Camavinga. Not the most convincing of passes. Couldn't squeeze it through. And here's Kane. That is ended up in no man's land. Yamal. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Puskás. Now it's Yamal. That's it, 45 minutes up. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Podrán encontrar todo tipo de objetos relacionados con nuestro equipo.
And we get things going again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Messi demonstrating his defensive quality there. And there's green grass ahead of him. That's going to go a long way. Kane. Camavinga threads one in. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's found the way through. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Not the most accurate pass. Tries to pass it through. Neymar. Puskás engages and forces him off the ball.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Nicely intercepted. India still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Pinches it off him. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, that's been cut out. Well played. Almost an hour gone. It's a really well-measured ball. And he's had it nicked away. Well, that is one way to stop him. Neymar. Oh, this looks sharp. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Oh, that's a key interception. Valverde. Can he get it through? It's a pretty loose pass. Pass somewhat off target. Valverde. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Aims beyond the defence. But that has not gone well. Yamal. And it's Valverde. Camavinga. Puskás plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
India really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product.
Tries one from range. Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Neymar, el dorsal 8. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 22, el dorsal 6, el dorsal 5.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Valverde into the last quarter of an hour. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, that's ambitious. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Can he get on the end of this? He's picked his way through. That's really well manoeuvred.
India really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now, can they get him away? That has ended up in no man's land. He has found the way through. He's found some space. It's out for a goal kick. India are running out of time and out of options.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
That's good running with the ball. No, he's not getting his way this time. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Lovely pass, but can he get there? A heavy challenge. That's going wide left. Crunching tackle. And that is out of play. Messi. And Jamal. I question that's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Not the most accurate pass. He won't be happy with that one. And we're done. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, I hate to sound too harsh, Peter, but that was poor. I mean, devoid of ideas, devoid of guile, devoid of cohesion, and ultimately devoid of any real fight. It just...
India are all smiles coming into this game. They've already secured their ticket to the promised land. This is effectively preparation for life in greener pastures. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. So straight into the action. And he's had it nicked away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. It's a pretty loose pass. Yamal. And a chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play. And
tries from distance. Oh, he's just got under that.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
It's not an especially good pass, that. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to.
Good chance here! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, can they get him away? Look at the space here. Chance, surely! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He looked so composed until the moment he pulled the trigger. I still think he can't believe he didn't put it away.
Mikel Oyarzabal. So it is still 0-0. And it's Caicedo. And that's going... Oh, good effort! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Gently done. Now it's Luis Suarez. No, that's been intercepted. Barcelona are a team that take pride in possession.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They like to be brave with the ball, get on.
He's gone for goal. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
India certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Bardakci. Iniesta plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Rice. And it's Iniesta. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Caicedo. Camavinga. And Akanji. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Cristiano Ronaldo. Rice. Here's a chance! And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, but you only need to look across to the sideline to see what one makes of that, Peter.
Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Luis Suarez. Yamal. And Akanji. Yamal. And Akanji. Now it's Yamal. Chance to deliver. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Yamal. And it's Caicedo. Caicedo cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Played out to the left flank. And it's Camavinga. Iniesta is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Turns back here, probably the best option. Van Dijk. Caicedo. Van Dijk. This is a promising build-up. And he's really put himself on the line here. And we have our very first corner. Keeper has taken decisive action. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. To look back on the first 45 minutes,
India should be well in front based on the number of chances they've had, and you can sense a little anxiety around the stadium for fear that this game might just get a little away from them now.
so we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
India have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's going to be disappointed with that. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed having made the run and not get picked out.
He's shifting through the gears here. Alexander-Arnold has given away a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Romero. Not the most convincing of passes. And Kyle Walker. Can he latch on to this? And he's picked it up out wide. It's a sweeping cross. Fernandez. And it's Caicedo. Yeremy Pino. That has not gone well. Romero. Good ball, good take. Chance for a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Caicedo. And there's the shot! Up towards the hour mark and still no goals.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a
That'll be a throw.
96.628 espectadores.
Alexander-Arnold aimed beyond the defence. That has been cut short. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
India clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Valverde. Camavinga. Great defending, strong and determined. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Romero, Rice. To Luis Suarez. That's destined for the flank. Rice. Bardakci. To Walker. Walker. Camavinga. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
India clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Rice. That'll be a throw-in. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
Well, looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
Can he get on the end of this? And this is Ronaldo, and he's managed, and the shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. He's got a goal! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
India making further changes here, and in quick succession.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Barcelona have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
India have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Passing is crisp and sharp. Walker calmly anticipates.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Walker looking to receive it in space. He's picked his way through. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders.
Cambio de jugadores en el
India
Barcelona.
are down to 10 men.
El dorsal 29 será sustituido por el dorsal 18.
Couldn't squeeze it through. India very much running into the last chance saloon.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Into the last 5 minutes.
India really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Rice. And it's Luis Suarez. Yamal short changes him with that pass. And the number on the board is 3. And it's Casemiro. Van Dijk. The most accurate pass. Casemiro. Nicely weighted ball. Shot could be on. Can he finish? Off the post. And that's in. And surely now, the result beyond doubt. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
And that's it. India perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment. Your final thoughts, Jim?
India desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, nothing beats the feeling of getting promoted. The hard work already done, the team can set out to enjoy this game and bask in the adulation of their adoring fans. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So straight into the action.
Well, just when you think...
It will be! Goal! Atletico Paranaense! And what a start!
The perfect show of intent. Great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Passing is crisp and sharp.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he's managed to get free. Oh, nice touch. Can he get on the end of this? Caicedo did just... takes the shot! That's really well cleared. Fernandez. Now it's Messi. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Knocks it into space. Now it's Kubo. He has found the way through. Ambitious ball here. Chance for a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
They've played it short. Bullish header! And it's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking them up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now with 2 up. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Matheus Cunha. Now it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Messi. So what can they make of this? Kubo. What a throw in. And this is Messi. He's having a shot! Oh, what a mistake! Can he finish? Relentless! Just relentless! And they're threatening to fly away here. And that is a genuine ground-eat-me-up moment.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
I think there's been a greater...
He's having a hit! It has been an extraordinary start to the game. The gap already 3. He's on it, can he get away?
Acuna really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being...
That's rather hopeful! He's having a hit! Now it's Camavinga. Oyarzabal. Mbappe. Tries one from range!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
And he's let fly! Now it's Kubo. Looking to play him in. Now it's Matthias Cunha. Oh, shooting chance! And that's a good finish. They are purring, truly purring. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. That's a sharp pass. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Cunha was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And it's claimed by the keeper. Great defending, strong and determined. Plays a sharp little ball here. Now it's Messi. Nicely spread. Space for him to turn and look. He's picked his way through. Skims one in. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. India present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Brilliant save from Donnarumma! Now the cross, towering header! And that is high.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Oh, good spread. Oh, he's found support out wide, and he's picked it up out wide. Valverde, Mbappe, Caicedo. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, that's fabulous. Cunha has it out wide and in space. And that has put paid to that. And a chance! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And we get things going again. 45 minutes to change their fate. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the task did he?
Cunha is flagged offside. Fernandez. Foyt. And it's Kubo. He is through here.
Might want to be careful there.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Caicedo. And he's quick to return it. Played out wide. That's a shade optimistic. Kubo has created one goal already. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Fernandes. Aimed beyond the defence. No, that's been intercepted. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he's decided to go for it. Iwobi has it in a wide position. He's got away. And that's played in low.
Público presente
It's
na
goal kick.
partida de hoje. 29.830 espectadores.
Azar being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Matheus Cunha. And it's Fernandes. And he's had it nicked away. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Takes a shot! Into the arms of the goalkeeper.
Look, they seem set on a tactic that's not really yielding any results. You'd imagine they're targeting a weakness, but they look a weakness themselves.
Valverde. Now it's Oyarzabal. Foyt. Now it's Kubo. Tries to play it through. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. And here's Messi. And Messi! He's got a goal! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
And now he has two. Atletico Paranaense are having a ball here. And he's lost his man here. Kubo gets header! And he seemed certain to get the sixth. Caicedo. Defending Oyarzabal!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Shoots! Can he finish? And that's past the post.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Messi. Well, it's more pressure than ball at the moment. Caicedo. Mikel Oyarzabal looking for the run. Now there's a fine ball. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Matheus Cunha. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Senhoras e senhores, vejam no telão as informações sobre como se localizar dentro do estádio.